Hey everyone, today is Sunday, September 23rd. September 23rd. So that tells you what? Alright, you're not paying attention to it probably, but I am. And that's the date since my post-op, right? So I did my operation on the herniated disc on May 23rd. So today being September 23rd, I have officially hit 4 months out. Yeah. Been feeling pretty good. Last time, I think I talked about how I can turn left and right and not experiencing the pain. I don't really expect, or rather, I haven't experienced much difference in the range of motion, so that's a good thing. Of course, I only did a one level ACDF, but I've been feeling good, and I've been hitting the gym the last couple weeks. I started out back in June, just walking with the treadmill, and then going up in not only speed from like 2.7 to 3 to 3.3, and then 3.5 miles per hour. It's just about the cusp of jogging or running, which I'm not allowed to do yet. But also increasing the incline, going from 0 to 6 to 11, maybe to 15. Yeah, 15 at one point. And so the last couple weeks, I've transitioned from there into now doing the stair stepper. I started with like I think 63, 65 steps per minute, and this week today I'm actually at I did 105 steps per minute, so that was really good. And I've introduced a lot of the body weight exercises. Again, just sticking to the lower body. I think that they would still frown upon me doing even body weight, any type of exercise for the upper body. They still are pretty strict to the 20-pound limit, so that kind of sucks. But just to let you know some of the exercises I've been doing. So when I started out, I was doing just regular body weight squats, and then doing walking lunges, and did like 3 sets of 20 for the squats, 3 sets of 10, 15, or 20 or something like that on the lunges, walking lunges. Then did hip thrusters, frog version, so your knees are pointed out and feet are in, and doing Romanian deadlifts. Again, all of this no weight. And then today I progressed to bringing in some instability. So over the last couple weeks, I've been increasing the reps and then also some intensity. Now I'm going to start introducing instability. Again, continue to challenge my body just a little bit as I continue to reach, let's call it, my normalcy. So today did squats on a Bosu ball. So again, there's that instability. And then instead of just regular walking lunges from the leg, I actually did forward and then reverse lunges. So just going, for example, doing a lunge with my right leg or right foot in front, and then not stopping in the middle, but going all the way to the reverse lunge, and then going front, back, front, back. And so each one of the front, back being one, and I think I did 15 at the beginning on each leg, and then thought that was going to kill me. So after everything else, so I did just 10. So introduced that, things like leg curls with the Swiss ball. I think I call it Swedish ball when I took my notes, but anyways, Swiss ball. So hamstrings, everything's really firing. So I'm happy about that. I'm feeling good on my legs. My upper bodies are still kind of weak. Matter of fact, I had a Starbucks barista the other day say that I still look buff, I think is what she said, but she said that she also noticed that I said, "Oh, that's good because I haven't really worked out." And she goes, "Yeah, you've gotten you seem a lot smaller as well," and so that was awesome. I did, um, but I still look somewhat good based on what some people are saying. Maybe that they're just being nice, but there's definitely a lot of folks who are like definitely got a lot smaller too. So, ooh, looking forward to being able to work out again. And the thing that I've been holding and playing around with right here is you haven't seen. So I got a couple things recently. Well, actually, shouldn't say recently, but um, so because of like the tightness sometimes in my upper body, and because I'm not doing anything really other than some stretching, I've been foam rolling a lot, and I wanted to get a little bit deeper with the foam roll, so I got this guy. This is actually it's called the Rumble Roller is the brand. It's called the this one's the Extra Firm Beastie. So similar to the concept of using a lacrosse ball or tennis ball, or in my case, I mostly use racket balls. This is actually detached, so this is like a little base that you put on top. I'll put that over here. But so this guy, you just roll right around, especially on like, whoops, where am I turning? I'm turning this way, I guess. Oh, that's the wrong arm. Yeah. So you can roll around on it really anywhere. I've been primarily using this on my traps and my lats as well, and it has been crazy. So think about, you have a typical ball. I don't have a ball. So imagine like you have your racket ball or even the foam roller, right? So it's got about that much surface area, really putting pressure on your or your fascias to help relieve it, right? So when you introduce something like this, these are all real little versions, right? And so what you're doing, instead of having like a whole curve like that, you're actually exposing it to like that much. So it's really able to get much, much deeper on the tissue and the fascia, really, and releasing those. So it's been quite sensational because of all the sensations. Get it? Yeah. Just rolling around on it as well. It's been really good. I'm really getting deep in there, and I felt really good from it. So I'm really pleased with this. So the base, by the way, this is not a sponsored video. It would be great if you wanted to pay me for it. I'll probably have to do a much better job though. So you can put the base like so it elevates it a little bit more, puts a little bit more pressure as you lay on it or otherwise, but you can also lay on it and then on the floor and wrong arm, kind of put it right here or even on the occipital and just kind of do that kind of motion or kind of rock back and forth. So it's the same as, when you foam roll, obviously you're rolling, or maybe the foam is rolling. In this case, you're rolling on this guy. So anyways, this has been really great. Foam rolling has been really great, and I've been doing my workouts right now twice a week. So I still go to the gym 3 times. So on the in-between days, I'll just go simply on the treadmill and I'll just walk and just take that kind of casually, and then I will spend the rest of the time, maybe like 40 minutes or so, just foam rolling and doing other types of little movement, just really simple stuff like cat-cow kind of stuff, child's pose. I'll do, I don't know what it's called, but when you're kind of like on all fours-ish, it's like on threes, and then you're doing this, and threading the needle kind of stuff. Doing a little bit of stretching of chest, and of course, foam rolling and beastie rolling. So that is me in a nutshell. I have my next appointment in a little over a month, so October 25th. So that is supposed to be my 6-month appointment, which I realized that since I said today is my 4 months, it's actually only 5 months out. But when I got my collar off, that was, I think, a month out from surgery. And the doctor said to make an appointment 4 months out other than 5. So, 4 plus 1, I don't know, 5 months out. So, debating about talking to the doctor or the folks and changing the appointment, or I just go with it. Which actually reminds me something real quick. If you look it up, so I'm actually scheduled to also do a CT scan before my appointment with the doctor. So it's pretty quick. The CT scan is what they do as well, right before surgery, I think it was. And so I'm going to do the CT scan, and from what I've read, the CT scans, to try to tell if the fuse has taken, uh, is that it's not, or rather, it says that pretty often it's like 70, upper 70s or something, or maybe lower 80s in terms of success. However, when they do what's called a dynamic X-ray, I don't know what a dynamic X-ray is. I just thought X-ray and static, but it would make sense if there's a dynamic version. But when folks do a dynamic X-ray, that they found for the folks who tested successfully with a CT scan, or a CT scan says it's been successful, ignore all those beeping, is that about 40% of those folks were supposed to be successful. The dynamic X-ray actually showed, I think it was like 1 millimeter or something of movement, which means that it hasn't actually taken completely. So anyways, that's something to think about, something that I'm going to think about, maybe asking my doctor. He's highly conservative. He kind of sticks to what he knows and what he thinks. So I don't think he's just going to say, yeah, okay, let's do a dynamic X-ray. I think he's going to still stick to his guns for the CT scan. And given that if I do this a month or about 5 months out rather than 6, I may actually still be doing or it might tell me that I'm still not quite there yet. If it was a dynamic X-ray, but if it's a CT scan, it may. So share all that because I'm sharing with you everything. So let's see what happens, and I will keep you all up to date on the rest of my recovery, and hopefully it goes well. So until then.